Hello, one and all. This is WellArmedWithTacos, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This is Let's Play Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War Dark Crusade. I am recording this before I record the opening intro, so I will have had a little bit of game experience before you all see that video. But as I will say in that video, I have not currently created. This is actually blind. You might think I have had experience with all of the Dawn of War games. That is mostly true, with 3 exceptions. Dawn of War 3, which I have not played, Dawn of War Dark Crusade, and Dawn of War Soulstorm. The reason I did not play Dawn of War 3 is because I haven't gotten around to it. And the reason I haven't played Dark Crusade or Soulstorm is because I bought them a long time ago, tried them, and I immediately wasn't a fan of the game's system. You'll see. I don't want to give too much away. But since then, I have decided to give Dark Crusade and then Soulstorm, which is the sequel, another look at. Another good hearty try. And what better way to do that than a video, Let's Play. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm very, very excited. I love the old Dawn of War style gameplay, and hopefully this does not disappoint me again. I'm giving it another shot. My first mistake is something I'll tell you about as soon as the video ends. What video? The video you're about to see. Hopefully, I'm already noticing some instability, but hopefully we can get this to stabilize at 30, please. Dark Crusade, please. Pretty please. We're gonna go to campaign. We're gonna let it load. We're going to go new. We're going to go normal. Even though I haven't played this before, I'm going to do normal. I didn't even know those can come up. You will be on an even footing with your opponents. We're going to do normal.
The planet Cronus. Beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony became a savage battlefield. 7 armies clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down. Each convinced it was in the right. From beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons, ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the warp, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers, the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battlesuits into the fray. From the mighty Imperium of Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Orc horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake. The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. And last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium's soldiers. Seeing a world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions, and the total defeat of all others.
I love that cinematic. I've seen it quite a few times now in effort to try to get this Let's Play going, and to get to this part right here. This screen, and we're at unstable frame rate, but that's okay. We're not in the gameplay yet. This screen right here is going to be the most frustrating screen in the entire game, because I have spent many hours thinking about which one of these choices I'm going to make. We have 7 different choices here. 7 different factions we can play. Which one of these we pick, it's just like Retribution, is going to be the army that we play. The difference between this game and Retribution is a campaign, this game is not, as you will soon see. Which one of these to pick? I have thought about it for a long time. We're going to go over all of them real quick. Starting at the top, we're going to go down, and then we're going to go into a little bit more detail about them. Chaos. The bad guys. Eldar. Space elves. Imperial Guard. The Common Core Army of Man. Necrons. Really old robots. Orcs. You should be quite familiar with those by now. Space Marines. You should also be quite familiar with those by now. And Tau. Basically, the Eastern Empire in Warhammer 40,000. Very anime, very Robotech. Which one of these will I... not Robotech, I'm sorry, very Gundam, I should say. Which one of these will I be taking? Well, we can start by eliminating the ones I'm definitely saying no to. I will not be playing Chaos. I don't play Chaos. I have no connection to Chaos. I don't play Eldar. I have no connection to Eldar. I won't be playing Eldar. I don't own Imperial Guard, but I have liked Guard in every instance that I've played them in a video game form. I liked playing Guard in Winter Assault. I liked playing Guard in Apocalypse. I liked playing Guard in Retribution. And there was one other one that I played Guard in, and I like playing as Imperial Guard. I don't own them. These other 4 factions, I do actually own in a tabletop form. I own a Necron army, I own an Orc army, I own a Space Marine army, and I own a Tau army. I will not be doing Orcs, mostly because when I redid Winter Assault for this channel, I did Orcs. I've already done a Retribution campaign as Orcs on this channel. You've seen me play Orcs. The first time I played through this game, the first time when I didn't like it at all, I played through as Tau. Tau are actually my favorite faction in 40k. I love Tau. I love Tau aesthetic-wise. I love Tau lore-wise. My only problem with them is I actually don't like how they play in a modern edition. I am much more interested in Fire Warriors than I am suits, and that doesn't make for a very strong playable Tau army, at least in my experience playing since 4th edition. Now granted, I only started playing Tau in actually 6th. We're in 8th right now. I started Tau in 6th. Necrons and Orcs I've been playing since 4th. Space Marines I've also been playing since 4th. Tau were a later on edition, and I love them. But the first time I played through, I played Tau, and the problem is, if you select one of these right now, here in this campaign, there is no tutorial. They're going to throw you right into it, and this is a... think of it like a StarCraft, with all these different factions. If you didn't know how to play StarCraft, if you didn't know what various buildings make various units, what all the different stuff you might need is, you're going to be extremely lost. And that's what happened to me, and that's when I gave up and said, this game isn't worth it. However, I found out that there is a tutorial by asking somebody. You just can't access it here. We will be going back and doing the tutorial, but I still haven't solved the question of which army I will be playing. I'm not going to be playing Tau. Considering the first time I went through this game, I went through it in a manner where I didn't understand what was going on, I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know how to build certain units or whatever, and that was what upset me. And I'm also doing this now in a Let's Play format where knowing what to do and all that stuff is actually more important than it was before. I am going to pick an army that I have a good basis of understanding for, because I already know most of their buildings and stuff that they need to build, because I had to build those buildings in the first Dawn of War. I've thought about it. I will be going with Space Marines. I know Space Marines are very easy to understand and to comprehend. So if I pick Space Marines, I'm not going to have to deal with strange new resurrection mechanics, strange wall mechanics, which, to be honest, I could probably understand, but I've done enough Orcs. I could play Guard, but I'm playing Warhammer Apocalypse right now, and I don't want to guard myself out too much. I really am stuck between these two choices, but I think I am going to go Space Marine simply for the simplicity. Now the problem is, we need to leave this screen now, and the frame rate has just been completely dead for the entire time I've been having that little talk. So now we actually have to go start the tutorial like this, and that's not a good thing. Right off the bat, we're having a bad introduction to this Let's Play, which makes me sad, and probably disappoints you all as well. Tutorial. It's down here. Select race. Space Marines. We're going to select OK, and we're going to play. We are going to play Space Marines. And you and I are both going to get a tutorial introduction to this game, because I haven't played the tutorial yet either. I was really hoping, given the age of this game, it wouldn't have trouble keeping up at a steady 30, but that is apparently not the case today. Well, we're at 30 right now, which is good. Pausing. Or maybe not.
Welcome to the Dawn of War tutorial. By listening to me and reading the text that appears in this message box, you will learn how to play a skirmish game. The mouse is your primary method of surveying the battle, selecting units and structures, and issuing orders. The mouse controls the camera. The camera represents your current view of the battlefield.
I know all this.
To pan the camera, simply move the mouse pointer to the edge of the screen. Do this now.
Oh god, it's
Rotate
gonna be
the
one of
camera
these
to gain a different
tutorials.
view of the battle. Press the Alt key and move your mouse. Do this now.
There's gonna have to be another
Zoom
control
in
for
on
that.
something to see it up close by spinning the mouse wheel forward. Do this now. To return the camera to the game's default view, press the backspace key on your keyboard. Do this now. Excellent. You've returned the camera to its default playing view. By panning,
This is all
rotating,
stuff
and zooming the
from the
camera
original
in
Dawn
and
of War.
out, you can get whatever view of the battlefield you wish. The diamond-shaped display in the lower left-hand corner of your screen is your minimap. You can use the minimap to see where your units and structures are located. To
Yep.
quickly scan the battlefield, to issue quick orders, and so on. The minimap displays the locations of all strategic
This
points on
is
the battlefield,
totally the
as
original
well
Dawn
as
of
other
War.
items of strategic importance. Fog of War prevents you from seeing things where you do not have a presence. As you move units into an area, the Fog of War will be lifted. Now we will bring up the objective menu. The objective menu provides you with a list of all the primary and secondary objectives assigned to you by the game. Mouse over the objectives to get the
Like that.
description of each. Excellent.
Already done.
Anytime you want to refer to the objectives
Oh
menu,
god, why'd I
click
pick
on
the tutorial?
OBJ button on the upper menu bar.
I just wanted to see if it was like regular Space Marines. It totally is. I know what I'm doing.
Select your stronghold
Done.
and look for the Scout Marine Squad
Built.
icon located in the lower right corner of the screen. Click this button now.
I'm
Take
making
note
scouts.
of the small bar that is gradually filling up.
Progress.
This progress bar gives you an indication of how close something
God,
is to
the
being ready.
frames. If I wasn't so excited for this game, I'd be pissed.
You now have Scout Marine Squad.
At your command.
Strategic points are located in areas of high strategic value on the battlefield. Capturing and controlling the strategic points on the battlefield is how you increase your requisitioned resource. Order the Scout
Scouts
Marine
in
Squad to
position.
capture a strategic point by right-clicking on the
Infiltrating
point.
enemy territory.
Capturing a strategic point takes time. Do not move the capturing squad
Scouts
away from the
awaiting
strategic
orders.
point until the progress bar is full. Otherwise, you will
Yes,
not
Lord.
take control of the strategic point.
Yes.
I'm
Lord,
sorry, am I
and this is
vastly
why-
ahead of you, AI? Or rather, instructor? I know how to play Space Marines. I was just trying to see if there had been any changes. It does not look like it. Everything appears to be the same as how it was before.
Defending objective.
Point is ours.
Protocol.
You must continue to capture strategic points to get more
Scouts
requisition
awaiting
resources, which allows you to build
Scouts
more units
advance.
and structures. Servitors are required to build additional
Already
structures.
done!
Servitors are always available from the stronghold.
Infiltrating
Select the
enemy
servitor.
territory.
and build a listening post on the captured strategic point. The listening post fortifies your hold of a strategic point, increasing your requisition rate at the same time.
I'm literally already building one.
What is your will? I await your instructions.
Excellent. The point is now protected from enemy retaliation.
I will do as you
You
ask.
should continue to build listening posts
Here to
on all
serve.
your captured strategic points.
Initializing build
Some structures,
protocol.
vehicles, and research require power to function. Building a plasma generator will supply you with the power you need to keep your force going. Select your servitor and build a plasma generator.
Yeah. As soon as the barracks get done, I need Space Marines. Scouts aren't going to
Slag
cut it.
deposits are concentrated
Defending
points of
objective.
energy hidden just under the planet's surface. Take a quick look at your mini-map. There are dots on the map that represent slag deposits.
You know, we
Build
had
a thermal
30 for a
plasma
bit.
generator on
It
a
was
slag
nice.
deposit.
Yes, most
Access large
beneficent
amounts of
one.
the power resource.
There are none of those nearby.
Initializing build protocol. Yes, most beneficent
The
one.
more plasma generators you have, the faster you will build
I
up
will
the power
do as you
resource.
ask.
All my stuff is black. We will talk about that in a minute.
Yes, my lord. Scouts advance.
And talk about that in a minute. We're probably going to talk about that right now. We'll get these points reinforced. Typically, all this would be red, represented by Blood Ravens, which is the default Space Marine chapter. In the campaign, we will probably be red again because it will probably
Generators
default
will
us
continue
to Blood
produce
Ravens.
power at a constant rate. Note that there is a limit to how many plasma generators
Yes,
can be
Lord.
built per
I
stronghold.
exist to
Notice the white
serve.
ring that appears around some of your structures when you are deciding where to build. This is the
That's
control
new.
zone.
That's
Most structures can only be
Granites?
constructed within the control zone, while others, like listening posts, can be built at other
all right.
locations.
So there is some new
Scouts,
When
stuff.
you are trying to place a new structure, its color changes from red to green as you move it around. A green color indicates that the structure can be placed at that location, so that building will begin. The Chapel Barracks is a structure where you can build more advanced
Marine
Space
squad
Marine
deployed.
I've literally already built one.
Excellent. Space Marine squads are your all-purpose fighting force.
We are
They
the
are
Emperor's
powerful and
chosen.
resilient and, with research, can be upgraded to counter almost any threat. They can also
Until
capture
8th
strategic
edition.
points. Reinforcing is the act of calling
We stand.
in
I've already. Oh my
squad
god.
to maximum combat effectiveness. Select a Space Marine squad. Click the Reinforce Squad button to add
We are
one
the
new unit
Emperor's
to your
chosen.
squad.
In
You
position.
can reinforce during battle. In the event that a
Infiltrating
brother
enemy
Space Marine
territory.
falls to the enemy, you can click the Reinforce Squad button multiple
Fear
times to bring the
denies
squad
faith.
to full strength. Congratulations! You have reinforced your Space Marine squad.
Way ahead of you,
All units and
sunshine.
vehicles have a health rate.
At your command.
Health is represented by the small green bar underneath each squad or vehicle. Remember, a squad takes damage as a whole.
Yes, Lord.
When enough damage has been inflicted on the squad,
As you
the
wish.
unit will die. If you lose any units during a fight, you can reinforce to bring your squad back to full strength. Make sure you watch the strength
No,
of your squad
requires
in
the
battle.
add-on.
Reinforce often
get it.
to make sure your squads are as effective as possible. Remember that when a unit with a heavy weapon dies, you lose that weapon from the
What's
squad.
your order?
I don't
You will
have the
need to
ability to make
upgrade the
those yet.
squad to get the heavy weapon back.
Yep.
Select the Chapel Barracks and build a Force Commander. The Force Commander acts as a hero for your army.
Not enough power.
Yes, most
I must construct
beneficent
additional
one.
generators. It's like a pylon, but made of
Do as you
man.
ask.
Yes, this is basically Dawn of War. Now, anyways, about my army being donned in precious black, and the shoulder pauldron symbol you can barely see, but
I
is
shall
actually there.
obey.
The reason for that is all of the classic Dawn of War games have a army painter mode, and I have been using my army painter
The
mode
Force
to
Commander is a veteran
paint
of
my
thousands
army.
of battles, and his combat prowess is unrivaled.
Defending objective.
He will lead your force to victory.
My Space Marines
Here to serve.
are intended to be painted like... What, y'all not claim this
We
one?
stand ready.
I can add squad
Here to
leaders now.
serve.
I guess you can't build
Scouts
one
in
there.
position.
Awaiting orders.
Go ahead and add a leader. And I want one of you guys to... There. Still not enough. Still not enough power. Wow, it requires 250 power to do that research. Typically, you want to get that research done as quickly as possible. Is that not being worked on? Where are my servitors?
I command in the name of the Emperor.
Oh, get over here.
The Force Commander cannot capture points,
With all
but is
due
a skilled
haste.
warrior who can
He
be
who
upgraded
stands
with
with me
powerful
shall be
abilities.
my
The
brother.
Space Marines' other commander units will become available as you build more facilities and unlock
I
more
shall not
research.
fail.
Select your Force
Together
Commander
to victory.
and click the Attach
Here
button.
to serve.
Already done.
Select a Space Marine squad.
You want me to do it again?
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Or he's got to walk all the way over
Space
there.
Marine
Yep.
squad is greatly enhanced by the
I
addition of the
serve
Force Commander.
mankind.
That he can also
Scouts
fight
here.
effectively on his own. To detach the leader from this squad, simply select the squad, then click the Detach icon. It is located in the same place as the Attach icon.
Search commencing.
Very good. You are mastering advanced
He who
concepts
stands with me
that
shall
will help
be
you
my
to
brother.
annihilate your enemies. Select a squad and take note of the small blue bar just under the squad's
Faith
health
and
bar.
duty.
This blue bar
Follow my
represents
lead.
the morale
I serve
of your squad.
mankind.
Morale represents the effectiveness of your units in battle. Think of it as a combination of mental focus, courage, and the willingness to fight. Various weapons in the game inflict morale damage as well as health damage. When your squad takes morale damage, the small blue bar will decrease,
Yes,
just
most
like the health bar
beneficent
does.
one.
When the squad's morale becomes too low, the squad will break. A broken squad has lost the will to fight, and its combat effectiveness is drastically reduced. You do not lose control of broken squads.
I
It is your
exist
On
to
choice to
alert,
serve.
leave them in
brothers.
battle
The enemy must
or
be
retreat
nearby.
to gather strength. Also, certain units have abilities that can increase the morale of a squad. Morale can be
I'm really not listening to him. I am whoever watching my timer, and we need to end the video. Thank you all for watching. This is WellArmedWithTacos signing off. I'll see you later. Take care, and bye-bye.